Mark, a successful executive in his late 50s, found himself increasingly stressed and dissatisfied. He had everything he thought he wanted: a thriving career, a loving family, and a beautiful home. Yet, he felt an underlying current of discontent. He was constantly busy, pulled in countless directions, and felt like he was living someone else's life. Then came a family vacation to the Grand Canyon. Mark had been looking forward to this trip for months, hoping to finally unwind and reconnect with his loved ones. But the reality was different. His phone buzzed incessantly with work emails. Family members made constant demands on his time, and he felt the familiar pressure to make everyone happy. One afternoon, as Mark sat alone on the rim of the canyon, gazing at the breathtaking vista, a profound realization washed over him. He had become a slave to the expectations of others, neglecting his own needs and desires. In that moment, he made a silent vow to himself. He would learn to say no. This seemingly simple decision marked a turning point in Mark's life. It was the beginning of a journey to reclaim his time, his energy, and his joy. The 50s are a pivotal decade. We've accumulated years of experience, wisdom, and often a sense of what truly matters. It's a time for reflection, for re-evaluating priorities, and for making conscious choices about how we want to spend the next chapter of our lives. Too many people reach their 50s feeling trapped by obligations and societal expectations. They continue on the treadmill of busyness, sacrificing their own well-being and happiness in the process. But it doesn't have to be this way. The 50s can be a time of liberation, a time to shed the weight of others' expectations and embrace the freedom to live authentically. And the key to unlocking this freedom is the simple yet powerful word, no. The transformative power of saying no is not a mere concept. It's a lived reality for countless individuals. Take, for instance, Sarah, a dedicated teacher who spent years saying yes to every extracurricular activity, every committee assignment, and every favor asked of her. While she found joy in teaching, the endless obligations left her feeling depleted and resentful. It was only when she started saying no to non-essential commitments that she rediscovered her passion for pottery and began dedicating time to this creative outlet. Similarly, John, a retired engineer, always dreamed of traveling the world but felt tethered to home by a sense of duty to his aging parents. Learning to say no to unnecessary social engagements and commitments allowed him to finally embark on his dream trip, exploring the ancient ruins of Machu Picchu. These stories highlight a universal truth. Saying no is not selfish. It's an act of self-preservation. It's about creating space for the things that truly matter: our passions, our loved ones, and our own well-being. When we constantly say yes to every request and demand, we scatter our energy, dilute our focus, and lose sight of what truly matters. Saying no, on the other hand, is like clearing the clutter from our lives. It creates space for clarity, allowing us to identify our priorities and align our actions with our values. It brings a sense of peace, knowing that we are no longer at the mercy of others' agendas. With less on our plates, we have more time and energy to invest in the things that bring us joy, whether it's spending quality time with loved ones, pursuing a long-neglected hobby, or simply enjoying moments of quiet reflection. Saying no is not just about decluttering our schedules. It's about decluttering our minds and souls, creating the space for inner peace and fulfillment. Mastering the art of no, a practical guide. The idea of saying no might seem daunting at first, especially for those accustomed to putting others' needs before their own. However, it's a skill that can be learned and refined with practice. It starts with recognizing that saying no to a request is not a rejection of the person making it. It's simply an honest acknowledgement of your own limitations and priorities. When faced with a request, take time to consider whether it aligns with your values and goals. If not, politely decline, offering a brief explanation if appropriate. Remember, you don't need to justify your decisions. Your time and energy are precious resources. You have the right to choose how you invest them. Start small. Say no to a non-essential social engagement, a time-consuming favor, or a project that doesn't excite you. Each time you exercise your no muscle, you'll gain confidence and find it easier to prioritize your own well-being. The urgency of now, don't wait to reclaim your life. It's easy to get caught up in the someday trap, the belief that we'll have more time, more freedom, and more opportunities to pursue our passions in the future. But the truth is, tomorrow is never guaranteed. Don't wait for retirement, for an empty nest, or for some mythical future date to start living your life on your own terms. The present moment is all we have. Embrace the power of no today and begin reclaiming your time, your energy, and your joy. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to break free from the shackles of obligation and societal expectations. Every time you say yes out of guilt or a sense of duty, you reinforce the cycle of people-pleasing and self-neglect. Make a conscious decision to break free from this cycle. You deserve to live a life that is authentic, fulfilling, and aligned with your deepest values. Join the movement, embracing a life of intention. You are not alone in this journey. There's a growing movement of individuals who are embracing the power of no and choosing to live more intentional lives. They are shedding the weight of societal expectations and defining success on their own terms. Connect with like-minded individuals, share your experiences, and support each other in the journey of living a more authentic and fulfilling life. Seek out communities, both online and offline, where people are committed to personal growth, self-discovery, and living with purpose. Surround yourself with individuals who uplift and inspire you, who encourage you to prioritize your well-being, and who celebrate your commitment to living a life true to yourself. Remember, the power of no is not about isolation. It's about creating space for deeper, more meaningful connections with ourselves and others who share our values. The courage to choose, saying yes to yourself. Saying no to external demands is ultimately about saying yes to yourself. It's about honoring your own needs, your own dreams, and your own vision of a life well lived. It takes courage to go against the grain, to defy societal expectations, and to prioritize your own well-being. But the rewards are immeasurable. When you learn to say no with grace and conviction, you unlock a level of freedom and fulfillment you never thought possible. You become the author of your own life story, writing a narrative filled with purpose, passion, and joy. Embrace the power of no, and in doing so, embrace the power within yourself to create a life that is truly your own. The ripple effect, inspiring others through your choices. When you make the courageous decision to live a more intentional life, your actions have a ripple effect on those around you. Your children, your friends, your colleagues, they witness your commitment to prioritizing your well-being and pursuing your passions. Your example can inspire them to do the same, to question their own assumptions about success and happiness, and to create lives that are true to their own values. By living authentically, by setting boundaries, and by making conscious choices about how you spend your time and energy, you become a beacon of light for others seeking to break free from the constraints of societal expectations. Never underestimate the power of your example. Your courage to live a more intentional life can ignite a spark of inspiration in others, empowering them to do the same. Living your legacy, aligning actions with values. As we navigate the second half of life, it's natural to reflect on our legacy, the impact we want to make on the world and the values we want to embody. Saying no becomes more than just a tool for managing time. It becomes an act of aligning our actions with our deepest values. What do you want to be remembered for? What kind of impact do you want to have on the world? Your answers to these questions can guide your decisions about what to say yes to and what to decline. When your actions are in harmony with your values, you experience a deep sense of purpose and fulfillment. You know that you are living a life that is meaningful and aligned with what truly matters. Make conscious choices that reflect your values, your passions, and your vision for a life well lived. A future filled with joy, the promise of saying no. Embracing the power of no is not about deprivation. It's about creating space for joy, purpose, and balance in our lives. It's about reclaiming our time, our energy, and our right to live authentically. It's about saying yes to the things that truly matter, our passions, our loved ones, and our own well-being. The journey of saying no is a lifelong practice, one that requires courage, self-awareness, and a willingness to challenge societal norms. But the rewards are immeasurable, a life filled with more joy, purpose, and meaning. Take the first step today. Start saying no to the non-essential, the draining, and the uninspiring. Embrace the power of no and unlock a future filled with joy, purpose, and balance. The choice is yours. Please like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel to support us in creating more helpful content like this.